What's up, guys? Welcome back to another tip video, a rare tip video. In this video I'm going to explain how I run my offense and how you see me do things online, the things I do that gets plays open for me. If my dog does not stop barking, I'm gonna do something. But yeah, I'm in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. I've been in this playbook all year long. It's definitely a college RPO pistol spread offense, but there is one formation in here that's called the gun cluster, and it's basically another variation of gun bunch. It's a new formation they added to the game this year. You see, the only difference is that the wide receivers are lined up. They're still in a trip set, but they're kind of in like a half circle shape instead of the slot receiver being in front of the other two, like a triangle. It's shaped like a U. Doesn't really make a big difference. The same kind of plays are still in it, but yeah, just go ahead and going through the plays in here. The plays I put in my custom audibles and the ones that I use the most are the mesh post, which is at the top of your screen right there, and then I use Z-spot shake. That's for coverage beaters. That's the kind of like my main bread and butter play is Z-spot shake, and then I also have I mix in the halfback slip screen and then the verticals. But for custom audibles, you want to have mesh post, outside zone. I used to have halfback draw, but it's been proven ineffective as of late. You know, dive and stretch is mainly the two types of runs people use this year. But I feel like the outside zone, I found a new way to run it. I'm going to show it in this video. I'm going to go over mesh post and outside zone in this video. I'm going to make this video two parts, and I'm going to go over verticals and Z-spot shake in another video, just because I don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to go over mesh post and the outside zone. I guess we can go over mesh post first. We're going to show it against Tampa 2 cover 3. And man, I guess, yeah, and if I'll show it against cover 4, I guess too. So we're gonna go mesh post, and under formation we're just gonna go we're gonna start with let's start with cover 3. So cover 3, this works whether they're base aligned or not. So this is what the play looks like pre-play. Now I don't run this play as much. I'm gonna start running this play more. You know, back in Madden 18, whenever mesh post was popular out of gun bunch, that's kind of the setup that I'm going to mimic here. If you know how people used to set it up back in 18, it's like a max protect kind of setup. But yeah, that post route that Tyreek Hill runs, you want your fastest receiver there. And I'll show you why in part 2. So if this video gets a certain amount of likes, or whenever I decide to post part 2, I'll post part 2. So but yeah, this is what the play looks like pre-snap. As you can see, there's a lot of routes going on here, but we're gonna simplify it down. Okay, first off, what you're gonna do is you're gonna block your running back, right? Extra protection, and then you're gonna put square on a drag, right? And then you're gonna put R1 on a streak, and so the play looks like this. It looks a lot more simplified, right? And then the last thing that we're going to do before we snap the ball is we're going to click onto the tight end right here, and then we're going to motion snap him. Now before I snap the ball, like when you motion snap him, he goes into a max protect kind of thing. Like in bunch, you can just hit max protect because he is not actually flexed at a wide receiver position in the slot, I guess. But for here, you can't max protect and have him block for some reason because he's flexed out a little bit too far. So we're gonna have to move left on the D-pad and wait until he gets to the tackle, to the right tackle, and then snap the ball. But before I do that, I want to show you what's going on here and the way this concept works. You want to this concept right here is meant to confuse the user. It's supposed to make him choose which route he wants to guard, whether he wants to guard the Sammy Watkins drag going to the right side of the field, like from the left to the right side of the field, or if he wants to guard Tyreek Hill going from the right to the left part of the field. You know what I mean? And if you wait on and if you let that post develop long enough, it turns into a deep crossing route, and if you pass lead it correctly, you can catch it at about the 45-yard line, or you know, I guess around the 40-yard line on that left side of the field. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate. Obviously you want to read the defense. You don't just want to mindly throw the post every time, because they'll use that post most likely. So because like you want to force them to guard the whichever route, you know. Enough of me talking. I feel like I talk too much before I snap the ball. But yeah, as you can see, we're playing purples, and as you know, that's playing back. Now the post will still get open against that, but I'm just for making reads and stuff and purposes like that. The defense is playing back, so you want to motion snap when it gets to the tackle, max protect, and then you want to throw the drag, because the drag is what's going to be open. So yeah, and the defense was playing back, so that's like 5-6 yards right there, right? So we're going to do our setup again: drag, square, streak R1, block your running back just like this, and then now we're going to throw the post, motion snap him. And then if you have to roll out with your escape artist, you can, but you want to pass lead that so that you could catch that. If you don't pass lead it, or if you pass lead it down, the safety will come and drive on the ball and you can click on and pick it. So that's how I get that open. And again, we're going to show it one more time against cover 3. Streak R1, drag, square, block the running back. And then, like, if they're playing underneath like this, then the drag is going to be covered, so then you're going to want to go to the post. So yeah, and then even if they're shading up for cloud flats, the post will still get open. So, but you just want to make sure you read the defense, and if you don't feel good throwing that post, then don't throw it. So we threw the ball kind of late there. We still made the catch. As long as you pass lead it, you give your receiver a good chance to catch the ball. But like right here, if the drag's open, just take the drag and, you know, just carry it upfield and then make people miss and do your thing. So there's that. Now we're going to show this play against Tampa 2. Same thing. A lot of times in Tampa 2, people will deep blue their middle linebacker so they can cover that deep third and drop back a little bit farther. So that's why I'm doing that, because most people do that. Like I said, block your running back, streak R1, and drag square, just like that. And then motion hike him so you can get that little max protect thing going on. And if the drag's open, you take the drag. You broke a tackle. Ooh, okay, I see you, Sammy. But yeah, you take your drag if it's there. Usually the drag is always going to be there unless they're just playing hard flats. So you want to streak R1, drag square, block your running back just like that. And then you want to motion snap your tight end. And then you wait for that post to get open, pass lead it, and boom. Now there might be some instances where it is kind of a tight throw, and if you're playing Ultimate Team and they have a zoned out defender, sometimes you'll knock it out. They'll knock it out. That's just Madden BS. So another way you can set this up. Oh, okay. We gotta show it against man. All right, we're gonna go against edge blitz for man, because that's what people run. So, like I said, block your running back, streak R1, drag square, and you want to motion snap him. And if the drag's open, you take the drag, and then you get your yards like that. So we're going to show it against man, and one more time. We're going to throw the post this time. Like I said, streak R1, drag square, block your running back, motion hike him, and then you got your max protect scheme. And that post, as long as you have a fast receiver, or if you have post flag elite, you could get that open every time. So yeah, and another way you could run this, if you don't want that post to be as tight of a throw, now you're taking away you'll have to have another check down. But another way you can set this up is by blocking your running back, streaking R1. No, you want to drag R1 like this, and then you want to streak square. You could do that too. And then that way you have kind of like a flood concept, but it's only going to the left side of the field. So it's a little bit more of a tail, like it's a little bit harder for the defense to stop, because they're obviously going to use that post. Now, the post is going to get open because the post is going to get even more open because the streak is running off that safety. So I'll show you one more time. This is against any coverage. You streak square, block the running back, and then drag R1. And then you motion hike the tight end, and then boom. You see, the reason the post gets more open is because that safety has to go guard it. That streak, if you didn't guard the streak, you'd have a touchdown and throw into the streak, you know. But yeah, drag R1, block your running back, streak square. That's the other way that I do it. And then boom, just like this. And then your drag is always open. unless they're playing hard flats. So yeah, that's mesh post. That's the two ways I set it up. Like I said, I recommend the first setup more because you're attacking both sides of the field instead of just one. So yeah. Now the other play I want to talk about is outside zone. This is your run play. Now I'm not going to go over this, spend too much time on this, because like it's not a home run hitter. You know, outside zones, halfback tosses, pitches, and power O, those runs aren't really popular this year. It's more dive and stretch because those are the ones that get the most blocking. But yeah, you want to go ahead. What I like to do, I like to motion snap him still when you run the ball just like this. Now you're not always going to get the best blocking, but like I said, we got stuffed right there. We are going against a 3-4 defense, so keep that in mind. I've found that this run works better against Tampa 2 than it does against cover 3 because there's less people in the box. So like I said, you motion snap him and then hike the ball just like this. And I know we got stuffed, but honestly, this is a passing formation. Okay, like the home run hitters are not going to be there that often. All right, so we're switching to cover 4. Might work better against cover 4. I haven't really labbed this run too much because I don't really run it too much. But like on Ultimate Team, if you have like the best O-line and like if you have like the outside zone guru ability, whoops, throw the ball away. I didn't have the run called. So like I said, outside zone, just meant to keep your opponent honest. Like, see, if you read your blocks correctly, I guess, and if you have better stick, you could get upfield. You just have to read your blocks, okay? Like that time we could take it up the middle. So, you know, maybe the move is to take this up the middle against cover 3. So we'll try it against Tampa 2. There's a little bit of a live lab going on here. So we switch to Tampa 2. We're going to motion snap him. See if we can cut it up the middle. We can cut it up the middle. Okay, maybe you need to cut it up the middle. All right, future tip. outside zone is meant to go outside, but if you motion snap him, he gets a block, and sometimes you get blown up, sometimes you don't. But that's just to keep your opponent honest, like I said. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoyed me breaking down my offense, part 1, make sure to leave a like, and if this video gets a certain amount of likes, or if I decide to drop part 2, I will drop part 2. Part 2 is a little bit more, it's going over verticals, the verticals play, and we're going over Z-spot shake. So those are the two main plays that I run out of this formation more than these two. But if you guys enjoyed, drop a like and stay tuned for part 2 soon. Peace.